live, you know Lil Ju made it.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Shanice Ashley. For those of you who don't know, and for those of you who do, welcome back. As you can see by today's title, we're going to be talking about school, specifically getting into grad school. And before we start, I just want to say I'm so proud of those who continue to go to school, start school, get their education, finish school, doesn't matter. I know it's hard. People make it look so easy, but it's not easy. It's not. If it was easy, everybody could do it. Remember that everybody could do it if it was easy, but not everybody could. It's so easy to not try, and I hope that you continue to try even when life gets hard, because life is all about balance. To keep that balance, don't get discouraged. It's not about the mood, it's about the plan. Stick to that plan that you have for yourself, because your future self will be happy. People cannot take away your education, and don't ever forget that, period. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Many people don't know what I'm going to school for, and I never talk about it, but I'm going to school right now for my MSW in social work, specifically child welfare. Thank you. I got my BSW in undergrad. I did pivot a lot in undergrad, but that's a different story for a different time. But I just want to say, nothing prepared me for how intense the last year of undergrad was. Get out your head that the last year of anything is gonna be easy, because it's not. It's not like high school senior year when you're just having to focus on, going to the college office and prom and all this stuff. It's not like middle school, 8th grade, when you're just focusing on going to high school. It's none of that. Going to graduate school was a choice, of course, and it is a choice to go to school, but nobody talks about the preparation that comes with going to grad school, especially when you're trying to get your bachelor's. So yeah, first tip, focus on applying one school at a time. You have tasks that you have to prepare for and deadlines that you have to meet, especially if you are applying to more than one school, which is why I say do it one at a time, because it's easy to feel overstimulated in that sense, because then you feel like you're rushing. Focusing on one school at a time can save you so much stress and time. You get to focus on one school and their tasks and their priorities. You get to do your own research on that school, on what that school requires, what that school's mission is, how it aligns with you and your goals, because I promise you, you will feel overstimulated doing so much more than you could take on top of your own personal life and priorities that you have to, balance out, and it's just not worth it. Focus one school at a time, take your time. Think about your recommendations and who you want to ask for one, because I promise you, there's a wait list. Girl, I remember in my last year of undergrad, I remember feeling a sense of being behind because I didn't have my recommendations thought out. I was like, oh, I don't know, actually, I don't know who to ask. So it could very much turn into, and quickly turn into, like, you feeling like you have to scramble for recommendations. And a lot of professors don't have time to work on your time. Most likely they'll give you a turnaround time period, like, oh, let me know within 2 weeks of when you need it by, because as I said, one school may require you to have your recommendations in by a certain time, but everything just has to align perfectly. So think about who you want to get your recommendations from, because there's a wait list. If you're one of those people who likes to get stuff out the way, that should be probably your first thing that you do. And a lot of times they will keep that recommendation for you in case you need to send it to another school or institution. So I feel like that's a plus in itself. Yeah, stay on top of that and try to get your best recommendations out first. Like, if you have a definite professor that you want a recommendation from, go to them first. I personally feel like emailing your professor or whoever you want to reach out to for a recommendation is very formal, instead of also just approaching them like, hey, could you write my recommendation for me? Most schools have similar essay prompts, which is a win in itself, because it saves you so much time. You don't have to keep rewriting essays. You could add, take away, delete, tweak, like, it doesn't matter. With that one essay that you probably did for a different school or another school, that could be the same essay, just recycled. You could recycle the same essay, because who wants to keep rewriting essays for admission? So yeah, with that, if you don't have to rewrite it, don't. So boom, you fill out your info on the website, you put your little email in and your phone number. What will happen next is you will get contacted by an admission advisor from that school. Your admission advisor will talk to you constantly. When I say constantly, I mean constantly. They will hound you because they want you to go to that school. They're on top of it for you. They will tell you what you need. They'll speak to you, they'll call you, they'll email you, they'll send reminders for you and everything. And it almost feels like a personal assistant, but they're just doing their job. However, it's okay to talk to them. So I believe they will help make your journey to graduate school a little bit more linear and concise, because they will be able to clarify what confusion you have. You're narrowing down your choices, and then now the next thing is, do I want to go to a private school or do I want to go to a public school? That is up to you. If you feel like a public school will be the right path for you socially, economically, physically, doesn't matter, mentally, then go for it. If you feel like you'll find better education in a private school setting, go for it. No such thing as a perfect school. So if you're looking for a perfect school, I suggest you probably try homeschooling yourself or something, because every school has its problems. You just want to make sure that you're willing to put up with that problem too. Private and public schools. Private, automatically, you're going to pay more for tuition in your semester and all your costs. Compared to public schooling, it's probably about 600 a credit, but private schools could very much charge you 1,100 a credit. That's for one class. Personally, I like to save my coins a little bit. Money don't grow on trees. Whichever school you choose, make sure that they have scholarships and great financial aid. People don't realize that graduate schools don't offer financial aid. So a lot of people's socioeconomic status may not align with where they want to go to school, but some people may take out loans for that school. Always try to make sure that you're also looking up scholarships. It doesn't even have to be solely for that school. There's so many scholarships out there. So many. Wherever you end up or what school you choose, make sure that it does not put a strain on you financially, because in the end, if you're taking out loans, you have to pay that back. So just be mindful. Applying for scholarships is work in itself, depending on the requirements of it, but it can save you tons of money without you having to take out surplus amount of loans. Lastly, take your time applying to graduate school. I know life be lifing sometimes. Some people don't know if they want to go to school. Some people are fed up with school. Some people hate school. It is a process in itself and can feel very strenuous on top of all the things that you have to do for undergrad. Be overstimulating quick. But if you're taking the amount of care that you need for yourself, it could be very, very, very fast. Some graduate school applications can very well take you the whole semester, but that's okay. It's okay. I promise, it's okay. Remember to focus on the plan, not your mood and how you're feeling that day. It's so easy to get discouraged, but don't be discouraged. Remember why you're doing it, what you're doing it for, and your plan for the future. It's okay to take your time. It's okay to breathe. It's okay to not be okay, especially in this process. Continue to bet on yourself. No matter what, always bet on yourself, because it could come down to 500 people congratulating you, but the most important congratulations should be from yourself. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video was able to help you organize yourself a little bit more, give you a little bit more insight to the graduate school process and what it requires from you as a person itself too. So yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friends who are also going to graduate school to make the process easier for them, because it's not easy. For those of you who are in school, once again, congratulations. I'm proud of you. So I'll catch y'all in the next video, and stay blessed. Bye.